Yeah, happy Monday. You know what I've been saying, right? Monday, you can trust that day. And here we are. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Boy, there was lots going on. And more coming up this week. Getting excited for Border Fest and some other. Anyway, we're going to get into that. But happy Monday. I want to say hello to everybody who's out there watching. And this is pre-recorded today. We're pre-recorded live. So if you're commenting, like if Barry's out there or Dom or Jesse, anybody's commenting, saying hello, thank you so much. I just had a bit of a schedule conflict here today. I got to get some things done, but that's okay. We're still here. Episode 555, 555. Wow. Can you believe that? Right. And listen, if you're watching the show, I'd really appreciate, you can click the like and the love button. I'd love that for sure. But the most important button that you can click is the share button. That way it shares whoever I'm interviewing, whoever I'm talking about, and helps spread their message and their event. So click on it. Do it right now. Ready? I'm gonna hear click, 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 click. Okay. Boy, I don't have much of a voice, so I still got some talking to do, but boy, it's been a busy weekend. But of course, before I get started, I want to say thank you, of course, to my sponsors who always have been great support here. Hughes Intelligence Security Specialists have been a part of the show and support us at the Sarnia Sting broadcast for several years now. So thanks to Barry and his team. Huron Signs SWO, which is a part of the AG Event Graphics group of companies, great supporters for over 10 years here. Tourism Sarnia Lambton, an official partner here on the show and also supporting our Sarnia Sting. And Joe's Discount Tire, they've been around for many years, and they were a part of making, if you ever see my van, the show on the go, it's thanks to them that van exists so we can get out to all of these events. So really grateful for all of our supporters. And we've got some new ones coming on board, too, that we're going to be sharing and talking about that I'm really excited for. So keep an eye out for that. And, of course, you can always go to my website, theshowlive.live, to find out some other things that are happening that you won't necessarily see here on the show, the big show, the show. And if you're looking for stuff to do, you can always go to the City of Sarnia website and find out the events that they're putting on. They put on a ton of free events in our community, and there's lots of other things happening that you can find out by going to Ontario's Blue Coast. That's the Tourism Sarnia Lambton website. So check that out and be sure to join my mailing list, and that way you'll get updated on some other things that I don't get to talk about here because I just don't have enough time. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm having a lot of fun with Instagram. TikTok's there too, but I don't know. I just got to pick a couple, right? Having a lot of fun on Instagram. You'll see some of the other stuff that I do when I'm just out and about doing stuff in the community that I'm just even going and enjoying and watching and appreciating. So if you want to see more stuff to do, follow me on Instagram as well. And don't forget, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Getting closer to that 1,000. I've been asking for a while. It goes up, then it comes. Anyway, I got to get these plugs in there because I've got some major goals. You got to have goals, right? And the 1,000, when I hit the 1,000 on YouTube, that's going to do some great things here for us. So thanks again to my sponsors, and thanks to all of you for clicking and sharing, right? Last week we had the Strangway Center was here and talking about lots of great things that go on at the Strangway Center, and for ages 20 plus. I know it's always had this label of being like a senior center, but there's things going on there, events and services for ages 20 plus. So go to the City of Sarnia website and just search Strangway Center. And check out their hobby shop that they've got there as well. And also they've got this introductory youth tennis lessons coming up at Kenwick Park and at Linden Park. And if you want to get signed up for that, it's only $45. But to get all the details on how to get signed up, again, just go to the City of Sarnia website so that you can check out all the details on that. All right, I'm excited because it's back, Border Fest, once again, and it's this week. I'll be there on the stage making the announcements and introducing some of the bands as well. This Thursday, the Tea Party, along with Sam Roberts' band, Sky Wallace and Born Riot, are going to kick off Canada's summer kickoff concert series. I guess you can call that right. And then Friday, wow, amazing. Alessia Cara is going to be here, along with Mariana's Trench, Ryland James, and Kubi to take the stage. This is huge. And Saturday, even bigger. Our Lady Peace, Finger 11, Sloan, and Aces High. We've got the majors and the locals in there, and it's going to be a great party. It's going to be a party and a half. That's what I'm calling it, a party and a half. And it's Canada's summer kickoff concert. So if you haven't got your tickets, there is still time. Where is it? There you go. Go to bluewaterborderfest.com. And I'm going to be flying around there. Yeah, keep an eye out for me. I'll be doing some behind the scenes, backstage live broadcasts just to kind of keep you in tune as to what's happening, of course, with Borderfest at Centennial Park. Really excited to be back and be a part of that again as well. All right. Well, also this past weekend, the Ride of Respect, our third year of putting on the ride, was super successful once again. This year, we started out at Preferred Towing's parking lot, the Preferred Towing compound lot, if you will. And close to 70 motorcycles were in attendance. It was great. It was a pretty windy day, so that might have discouraged some riders. But a good turnout was had by all. Not only did we have some motorcycles, we had some of the Sarnia Street Cruisers make an appearance in there as well. And I got to tell you, this is a really important day for so many reasons. It's very personal to me as well. When I started this 3 years ago, it began as giving respect to the frontline workers in our community. And now as we're coming out of the pandemic, I guess, we're still in it, but we're coming out of it. It's really about frontline workers, of course, but it's also about just people in our community, everyone in our community who's been working together to make our community great, including our friends at Aamjiwnaang. We also did a ride past the Children's Memorial at the Aamjiwnaang Band Office to give respect to the Indigenous families who have gone through that tragedy of loss, and just respect to our Indigenous communities. So we were grateful to be able to drive past that at the very beginning of the ride. I'm also wanting to say a very special thank you to Sarnia PD. One of their officers came down and got us started and blocked off Indian Road and gave us a bit of an escort as well. So thanks to Sarnia Police Service for their support. And everyone who came out, and I really got to say a special thank you to my support riders who made sure that roads were cleared and the ride was super safe. So you know who you all are. So thank you very much. It means a lot to me. The Ride of Respect is so many things, and we're going to continue to grow it. I'm already planning year 5, and a special video is going to be coming out with some highlighted moments of the ride as well. Thanks to a couple of friends of ours. We'll talk about. I'll mention who they are a little bit later. I'm so excited to see this video. There's a couple of shots coming from the video, as you can see. And wow, just beautiful, right? So keep an eye out for that. And here's a few more shots. Yeah, we're getting started and under the bridge there. I want to say thanks to my sister Catherine, who also took some pictures, and they came down from London. Well, Byron actually, but they were down from London, and she took a bunch of the pictures as well. I should go back, and I do want to say that this was Susan DeAndrea and her son Dylan. They were out taking pictures and flying the drone around, and Dylan is, as we speak, editing a video. So we'll see how that turns out. He's been teasing me with what he's going to do with it, so looking forward to that. And again, thanks to my wife Jennifer, who did the registration. And I just got so many people to thank. Preferred Towing for allowing us to use the space, and all the money that's raised here is going to Ohana Landing, the youth transitional housing facility that you do hear me talk regularly about. I think it's a very important part in our community, and everybody was out supporting, even some of the Sarnia Street Cruisers. Now, this is the next day. Out at London Line Burger, we had the Sarnia Street Cruisers. So the Ride of Respect ended at London Line Burger, and then the next day, the Sarnia Street Cruisers, we had their coffee and cars out there. And shout out to London Line Burger as well, because they are donating 10% of the sales that came from the Ride of Respect. So everybody went in after and ate. So they're taking 10% of the sales, not just from that, but from the rest of the day up till 10 o'clock that night. So we're waiting to collect all the donations still. We've got some others still coming in, and we'll put a number out there. But visit them online at londonlineburger.ca. You can order online. They're really super friendly out there, and they are happy to be joining us to these community events, and they enjoy giving back into the community as well. So thanks again to London Line Burger for that. Do I have any more? Yeah, there's London Line Burger right there. Thanks so much to them. And thanks to everyone who was able to come out and join us. And I'm really excited for next year already. And we got some other motorcycle events coming up that we're going to be talking about as well. So vroom, vroom, if you ride on two wheels, keep following along. And don't forget, everybody, click that like and follow along and share and get the message out about all the things that are happening here. That's why I come here every Monday, because I want to talk to all of you and share all the greatness that's happening in this community and all the events that are happening as well. Speaking of great, I'm so excited to have her back. It's been some time, but Michele Dionne has been promoting this community for at least 20 years now. With her SarniaRocks.com, and she does so many other things in the community and puts events together as well. I think that's why her and I get along so well. We're going to go talk to her right now, and then I'll be back to wrap things up. Let's go now and talk to Michele Dionne from Sarnia Rocks. Well, I'm glad to have her back. It's been a while. Michele Dionne, how are you, darling?
Oh, David, I am absolutely fabulous, and I'm thrilled to be back with you. I love our interactions, and everybody's so busy. I haven't had much time to check in, so I'm thrilled to be here today.
Well, we were just talking about that before we pressed the go button here, that just how busy life can get, and we can make ourselves a little too thin sometimes, but we still got to make time for the good and the positive. And I think that's probably how you and I click so well, all about the good and the positive. With Sarnia Rocks, you've always supported entertainment in the area, and now I see you're on Instagram too now, aren't you?
My daughter pushed me in. Yes.
Yeah, okay. And I see your weekly, like you've got a schedule, and I sometimes I look and I go, oh, I didn't know that was going on.
Good. Yay. Awesome. Thank you for mentioning that. I've been really busy, as I was saying, but that's one of the things that I'm doing consistently is my weekly updates for Sarnia Rocks, and then doing that sneak peek and putting it out on Thursdays if time allows me to. Yeah. Friday's worst case scenario on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook, because you're right, there's so much going on that it's hard to tie it all in together. And I'm so grateful for everybody who shares, like on Sarnia Rocks and even on their own pages that I can like and follow, because then I can draw from that. And that's what Sarnia Rocks was all about 20 years ago.
Right. 20 years ago, right?
I know, right? It'll be our 20-year birthday in September. I'd like to do something special for that.
You totally should.
Yeah, right? 20 years, that's pretty amazing.
Especially now that you can have a party.
Exactly. Right. So yeah, we'll have to figure out something for that. Definitely do some giveaways, because I love giving back.
Yeah.
Right. Giving back to the community.
I hear the Moose Lodge Hall calling your name.
Oh my gosh. Usually it's chips and cookies, but it's the Moose Lodge this time.
Right. Well, that's great. You've been able to keep that up, and for 20 years, I mean, because it's work, right? I'm there with you.
Oh,
and it's work. Like, what do you do to collect all this information? Like, do you go to Facebook groups, or is it people submitting to you, or how do you pull that off?
Not many people submit to me. I wish they would. Shout out to all the bars and venues. Send me your list. My calendars are done up till Halloween.
Yeah.
So I could put them up in advance, but usually it's either they share on the Facebook page, which is fabulous, which is growing, or I'm spending the time in my downtime going ahead and sharing myself. And then that 1 or 2 times a week that I sit down, update the site, and do that sneak peek that everybody can see. And it's not just, it's so funny. I see every once in a while, usually it's a rock band, and they'll put a comment on there about Sarnia Rocks reflects rock music. Not at all. It's always about the whole community, whether it's garage sale day, or it's, a church sale, or a concert, or a charity event, a bike run like you've been doing. All that stuff, that's all part of what makes our community so awesome. And if I can just add to that, we are so blessed here because there's so many things that we can do for free. And
Oh, no kidding, right?
a lot of people don't realize that, right? Like, go to Toronto and drop some money there. You're spending for everything. Go to
Right.
any other community. Here we've got the beaches. We've got like your bike run that you did. People could go and just watch that.
Yeah.
The car show. Just go and watch. I mean, you know, a lot of people are
You got to get off your couch, right? That's the key.
Oh my gosh, right? And if that's the only thing you have to do is put pants on and show up.
Right.
Life
Well,
is
City of Sarnia's done a great job too of putting together free stuff. I've got the website here somewhere. There it is. It's you can just go online, calendar.sarnia.ca, and there's a list of the things that the city of Sarnia puts on, the music festivals, and hey, we've got Border Fest coming up this week, and then Revelries coming in July. And I mean, those things aren't free, but there's still so much that goes on. Check in with Tourism Sarnia Lambton. They've always got a list of things that's happening as well, right? So
for sure. And so many Facebook pages have popped up of different events and events and happenings. And, you know, maybe there's like Sarnia musicians pages, band pages, you know, and just so many that are also doing the same thing that I do, but they're more focused on specific
right.
areas, right. So, you know, I think it's just sometimes, this is just my opinion, we're spoiled.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, we really are. And I don't know, like, have you ever lived anywhere else, David?
I spent a summer in New Brunswick, but that was a long time ago. So not really. Like and my dad used to say, like, he'd look around and he'd say, why would you want to live anywhere else? Like, look at everything we've got right here. Now, that being said, I could argue weather with him occasionally, but
sure, absolutely.
But even still, no, I get what he was always saying. You just look around, there's all kinds of stuff here, you know, and it's so pretty and beautiful.
When I was pregnant with my oldest child, I lived in Kitchener, and it was a long summer being, you know, pregnant. And I remember thinking, even though it's only like 3 hours away or 2 hours away, thinking, it is so hot here. And I didn't realize it's the water. We have so much relief coming from, I couldn't move back fast enough because there's so many things. And I was like, what do you mean you can't just ride your bike and go to the beach? I realized in that moment how spoiled we really are. And like, I don't mean that as a country.
No. Well, I think when you live somewhere, I don't know, I'd be like, would you live in Las Vegas? Like, eventually you kind of go, there's nothing to do.
Right.
Right.
Isn't that
we get a little complacent and spoiled, like you said, right?
Yeah.
And like, we have 95 parks in the city of Sarnia, right? And that's
Are you kidding? I didn't even know that.
No, I mean, that includes, like, you know, the little Terry Fox Park,
of
right
course,
there in the corner of Mitten. But we have 95 parks just in Sarnia, Lambton County. Our mutual friend Rob Hardwood, who used to be part of the director of parks, he would tell me all the time, you know, how many parks and how many don't get used. And they still get maintained. And I can tell you, our parks folks, like, if you're ever out walking around and you see them working away around City Hall or wherever you see them, Germain Park, stop and thank them, because their heart's really in what they're doing, and it turns out so beautiful. I just had a gentleman from the Strangway Center here last week as well, and they have programs for ages 20 plus now, right? It's not a senior spot. They've got a hobby shop. So I mean, you got to look around.
Yeah. Exactly. Do the legwork, right? Take the time to, and even, you know, the Strangway Center makes me think of those beautiful gardens. Free in Germain, right? Go for a walk, check out the gardens, check out, you know, the people's gardens that are still behind. Are they still behind there? I think so.
Yep, they are.
Yeah. So, you know, those plots there, those are amazing. Like, we really are. We're so
okay, let's break this down a little bit more with you. Like, positive. You're all about the hugs. I'm overdue for a hug from Michele Dionne.
Good.
And but there are those moments that sneak in once in a while that you kind of, I don't know, shake your head, or you get a little negative maybe. You don't mean to. How do you overcome that?
Well, it's hard sometimes. That is for sure. And I have to physically create an attitude of gratitude. Sometimes I use music, right? And I'll crank some old Meatloaf or some Joan Jett.
Right on.
Showing my age here. Something from my youth. That definitely helps. And the things that I surround myself with that make me, like my grandchildren, my children. Yesterday could have been a sad day because my father's been passed for years.
Yeah.
But looking through people's Facebook, appreciating the partner, the brother, the child that's a father. My son is a father, so you have to make a conscious decision.
Right.
Right. And that's the thing. We all have the power of how we want to start our day. And we all have the power of where we want to, just keep our mindset. And so it's really easy, when you're thinking, when you're going one thought to another thought, it takes 17 seconds from the first thought to turn into the next thought. So when you start finding that you're thinking negative, it's that quick that you need to turn it around. So think of a thought, think of a picture, think about a moment, go back into your own mind. Because I always say this to my WW members, you are your own research and development department.
Yeah, right.
Right. So go back into your own mind. What was a magical moment for you? Was it when you got married? Was it when you held your baby for the first time? Was it when you got the job? When you went on your first bike run? What was that moment? And when you're struggling and life is hard, and never be under any illusion that it's always going to be easy.
Yeah.
I promise you it's not. This is real life. But in those moments, if you can draw from all the things you've survived, you and I and everybody watching this video, we're all survivors.
Yeah. I was just talking with my wife, Jennifer, the other day about where we are today and where we were like 5 years ago.
Right.
Right. And I was like, wow. And then we're like, right, like first world problems, right? And we do. We spend time talking to each other about what we're grateful for, aside from each other, but and honestly, who we're sitting with in a room, has changed. And that's hard to do sometimes, right? Because you're like, well, yeah, but I've known that person for well, yeah, you can still. You just got to change it. And that's hard to do. But the mindset thing, I mean, we've all heard it. We've all, be positive and read the books and that. Yeah. But what deep down inside,
you need to develop the tools. It's like any good habit. You really do. And it's funny what you're saying about you and Jennifer reflecting, because I was thinking about you with that ride that you did on Saturday. Oh. And I was thinking, I wonder if I had said to you, because I've known you 20 years.
Yeah, at least.
And I thought, I wonder if I said to you 20 years ago, this is going to be you. You're going to be riding a bike with your family, organizing these charity runs. Would you have believed it?
I don't know. Somebody, a good friend of mine the other day, actually, we were talking and she said to me, she goes, well, yeah, but that was your other life, David. And I was like, did you just say I guess I did have another life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one life, but different. I don't know. But yeah, for sure. I think I would have been shaking my head at you and going, yeah, no, that's
exactly. And that's funny too about the other life, because everything in your life that was significant had to happen when and where it did in order for you to be the person you are today.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
And choices for sure, right? I mean, different choices. I can definitely, anyway,
Sometimes
that's a whole other story.
Sometimes we relive the bumps in the road, right?
Yeah.
But we're always going to get to the right destination. But this is so important.
Yeah. WW for you, which WW for those who don't know, formerly Weight Watchers, right? That's been a part of your life for how many years now?
7 years now.
Yeah. They must like you.
I think they like some of my strategies.
Right.
And I love it. I coach 6 virtual workshops a week across Canada.
Oh, wow.
Which is awesome. And then I also work on the 1-800 line. So I'm completely from home as we're reopening across Canada because of COVID, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
Right. So we're still slowly reopening. But I've never had a job I loved more. And when we talk about, synchronicity, no coincidences, it really was such a good fit for me, because it is like the way that it works with Weight Watchers is we focus on food, activity, sleep, and mindset. But so that's my strength, because you don't see me running in any races. I don't deny it. It's not my right. Bring me camping. The bear's going to take me down. Right. But and that's okay. But that mindset is such a strong part of it that it really works for me in my own success in my life. But also, we talk about random acts of kindness.
Yeah.
I give every time I have a 30-minute workshop with people that I'm giving, I'm helping. When I have a member that says I lost 100 pounds or I achieved lifetime, which with WW, once you achieve your lifetime goal, you're a member for free, as long as you stay within like your range.
Okay.
So, which I don't think there's any other company that's like that. So talk about fulfilling, like, so it's twofold. I feel good, and then I feel good when they're successful. And then, of course, I feel good because I've never been healthier. So, yeah.
Well, do you think there's a lot of people, in WW, but beyond that feel like, well, I want to give, but I don't have a lot of money. Yeah. And it's like, well, yeah, but we all have something, and that's called time. Yes. Right. And then, okay, but what am I good at? What can I do? Sometimes it could just be if you're walking down the street and you see somebody sitting on a bench and they're there every day you walk by. One of these times you could just sit down and say hello.
Absolutely.
And that might just be it, right?
I totally believe that. And I totally believe opening the door for the next person as you're walking in the mall, giving that person a smile. Because I always think, what if that person's struggling and they just said to themselves, just give me a sign that I matter?
Yep.
Could really, right?
Yep.
Picking a flower, giving it to somebody. But there's so many things, passing on things that you don't need anymore. We have too much stuff. That's another topic for another day.
Don't get me started.
Right? Exactly. So, if you're not using it, pass it on to somebody else. Like I see my kids who have kids now, and they're all like sharing clothes, passing it on. And I'm like, this is the stuff that's good for the environment, but it's also good for everybody, monetarily and physically. Yeah, that's right. Right. So
I'll definitely I'll jump in and kind of piggyback on what you're saying about giving. I like to give to River City Vineyard.
Oh, perfect.
And the reason I do is there's don't get me wrong, I love the End of the Good Shepherd and all those. Yeah. They're big though. And River City gets missed a lot. That's why I say that. And they have a food bank. They also will take clothing, and they've done very well at they're expanding their homeless shelter, and they've worked very hard at raising their own money. So I like to go. I was just there the other day. I like to go there and drop it off just down on Mitten Street, plug, right? But I think if we look around our homes sometimes, that can be a reminder of just what we have. It doesn't have to be the 80-inch TV compared to the 24-inch TV. Doesn't mean and just around the city, like I'm one for I can ride my motorcycle anywhere, right? Mm-hmm. But I like just riding around. I have a loop. I think a lot of people do. You go out, you go down Christina Street, you go all the way down Christina Street, you go into the park, you go through the park, you drive around, you come out Sandy Lane, you go into the bridge, and I'll do that like 10 times. because by the time I've done the 5th time around, something's different, right?
That's exactly right.
It keeps changing. And I mean, of course, the Blue Water Bridge view, it just never gets old.
That's right.
All day I could do that. But now, coming up now, things have opened up a little bit more. I know, like you've always continued to be active in the community, on the music scene, on the event scene, but weren't able to really interact as much. Have you got any plans? You got any parties planned, or stuff happening?
Not anything that's written in pen,
right.
But I do plan on getting out and definitely doing a booze cruise on the Duke. I like to try to go on one every year.
I miss the
Duke. So definitely looking forward to that, and just some different festivals I'm hoping to get out, and just even do some stuff at home, gathering my own family and friends together.
Right on.
Right, the backyard barbecues and Yeah, that's the stuff that makes your heart hum, right?
Oh, yum. Let me know when that's happening.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
See, I appreciate, like, we have a tiny backyard, and we just really don't have people over because we're both so busy.
Yeah.
We're and I'd sooner come to your house.
Well, my yard's not much bigger, and I don't even care.
Yeah, but then I don't have to clean up.
Well,
I just leave and say, thanks, Michele. See ya. Bye.
This is true. This is true. But with a smaller yard, they're forced to sit close together.
Right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Michele, I can't thank you enough for all that you do in our community. And I hope you know that you are appreciated. And people do recognize what you're doing in the community. I hear your name come up often. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. And you as well.
Well, thanks very much. And let's have you back like every 5 weeks or something. We should have you back.
I'd love to do that.
And talk to you again.
All right.
And I got to come and get my free hug.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. Get that good energy going.
Right on. Everybody, Michele Dionne. If you don't know, you're not paying attention, go to SarniaRocks.com. Yes, you can also find her on Facebook at her Facebook group, very active group, Sarnia Rocks. Thanks again, Michele. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, David.
All right, Michele, thank you so much. Always great to have Michele here talking with us. And it's just a lot of fun. And I am coming around for that hug. She gives out free hugs. So if you ever see Michele around, don't be shy. She'll definitely give you a hug. And I'm hoping I can get over for that barbecue, Michele. It'll be a lot of fun. Hey, make sure once again you check her out online at SarniaRocks.com. If you've got an event that you want to put out there, you can get a hold of her. Just click on the contact and send her an email to SarniaRocks.com, and she will list it for you. So do that. Make her job a little bit easier. And of course, if you haven't done it yet, check out Sarnia Rocks on Facebook. It's a great Facebook group with thousands of people in there sharing all kinds of events. Thanks again, Michele, for all that you do in our community. Also in our community, coming up on Tuesday, June the 21st, is National Aboriginal Day. And I know our friends at Aamjiwnaang are planning lots of events, and they welcome and invite the public to come and join them. If you want to find out more, you can go to their website, just Google it. And they've also got a Facebook group as well that you can join. And they're already talking about all the events to National Aboriginal Day. So check that out for sure. And thanks to all of you once again for watching. That's all the time I got for you this week. Have a great week and an even better weekend. And I will see you next time right here on the show. Bye-bye for now.